Right, welcome. Thanks for taking the time to come and see what I'm up to. Today we're going to be revealing the XXL garlic. These were some garlic cloves I got thanks to Jimmy at plot 41B back last year, and these cloves were giants. I'll put a picture up of the size of the cloves that I actually planted, and he put me onto them, so I got hold of some, and today we're going to see how well they did. Now, those ones I grew in some canvas bags. Possibly that could have been a mistake. I think possibly they could have done better in the ground. I've literally just finished digging up my garlic here in the garlic bed. Most of it succumbed to rust, and yeah, it's not pretty, is it? Hey, but it's garlic. Happy days. I've learnt a lot about growing it, and one of the big things I did learn, because down here in Cornwall obviously we don't get the cold weather, is that there's a way of tricking garlic into thinking it's had the cold snap that it needs, or it helps to get the bulbs to split, and that's by putting them in the fridge for 5 or 6 weeks before you plant them. Now, I didn't learn that until after I planted mine last year, but I've learnt that for next year, so that might be a little tip. If you're in a warm climate where you don't really get that cold snap for a few weeks, then put them in the fridge before you plant them might help. Now, just for a bit of comparison, oh, actually, before we go there, look at these weird ones. These were some cloves that I just bought from Tesco's. Yeah, they were 55p a bulb, I think. I just split them out. But all the ones from Tesco's have all split into these individual cloves. Is that normal? Or have I left it too late before I harvested them? So if you know anything about Tesco's garlic and what's going on here, yeah, if you could let me know, I'd really appreciate that. Right, let's get on with the main event. Just for comparison, these are the elephant garlic that I got from DT Brown. All right, so that's the size of them. And the other thing I found here, you know, I don't know if that's just peculiar to me and the situation this year, but the elephant garlic didn't succumb to the rust. So that's one for me to remember for next year, is I might be better off just planting elephant garlic. And they've also got these little, I think they're called Borbles. I don't know too much about them, so I'm going to go and see if I can find out a bit more about them. But anyway, that's the size of the DT Brown. Now, I've no idea what's in these, because I only had 4. Let's have a look. Look at this. There's Borbles again. Right, well, they haven't split very well. Slightly, I can, you know, there's some, but nothing brilliant. How does that compare? Hey. And that's only slightly bigger than the one from DT Brown. But like I say, it's not really a fair comparison, is it? Because it's not in the, yes, that wasn't grown in the ground. And knowing me, I probably didn't water it enough. And these are only 20-litre bags, so maybe they should have been in bigger bags. I don't know. Let's have a look at another. Hello, Robin. Well, That's not massive either. I don't know what I was expecting. I thought I was expecting some absolute giant, but at the minute, they're not much bigger than the other ones. I know Duncan over at Coastal Garden, North Wales, I sent him a few of these and he's grown his in a bed. So hopefully they had enough water, and I'll be really interested to see how yours has got on, Dunk. Right. Only 2 more. When were they sown? They were sown on the 19th of October. So there again, nothing brilliant. How about the happy one with the googly eyes? Well, there we go. That's the XXL ones. And I've got to say, I'm a little bit disappointed they aren't bigger. I don't know why. I was expecting really massive ones. But there we go. DT Brown versus XXL. Bugger. I was expecting really massive ones. But I've learned a lot. The elephant garlic seems to resist rust better. So that's a plus point for me to learn going forward. And I must admit, I didn't think I'd get rust here, but I think it came from my overwintering leeks. They were the next bed down, and I left them go a bit too long, letting them flower. I was hoping for some great flowers, but all they did was develop rust over the wet, humid winter months, and I think that's what spread onto my bed here. Everything in the bag, or in the bags and different places around where I had some in just containers, they didn't get the rust. So there again, lesson learned. Don't overwinter me leeks too long. Get them picked, get them in the freezer. Right, well that's it. A little reveal of me garlic. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Cheers and gone.